Public speaking, it's that class that we all dread. That class that we wish we didn't have to take and put off until we absolutely have to take it. Many people go into public speaking wondering what the class will hold, what they'll have to do, and how they will get through giving a speech without having a breakdown. So today I'm going to talk to you about the S, the P, the E, the C, and the H of public speaking. First, I'm going to talk about the S. Speak. When you are going to give a speech, you need to speak clearly. You need to speak at a steady pace so that your audience can understand what you're saying. You don't want to talk too loud or too soft. You want them to be able to hear you. Speaking and how you speak is one of the most important things about speech delivery. You want to speak in terms that the audience will understand. You want to speak so that everyone will pay attention to what you have to say. You don't want to ramble and lull them off because their minds will wander and they will get bored with what you have to say. S also stands for stance. You want to use the correct posture when speaking so you don't look awkward or like you're extremely nervous. Next, I'm going to talk about the P. Practice. Practice is another very important part of speech delivery. If you don't practice, you will forget a lot of the things that you need to say or have planned to say. You need to practice many times. You need to practice more than you would think you need, because as soon as you get in front of the audience, it's going to go out the door. You should practice by yourself. You should practice in the mirror. You should practice in front of people. All of these things will help with your speech delivery. It will help you become less nervous, and it will help you execute your words more clearly so that you seem like you know what you're talking about even if you don't. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the first E, execute. Execution of your speech is another really important part. You need to know when to do what, how much to put into your speech, when to use hand gestures, when to stand still, how to stand, and how to effectively engage your audience. You should stand with your head straight. You shouldn't sway or rock. You should stand there, make eye contact, and give your speech as if you know it like the back of your hand, even if you're so nervous you can't focus on what you're saying. The next letter I'm going to talk about is the second E, engage. You should engage your audience. You should keep their attention. You can do this by starting your speech with a story, a joke, a question, a personal experience, things such as that. This will make your audience attentive and keep their focus on what you're saying. You can also engage the audience by having effective visual aids or even the words you choose to say within your speech. You should get the audience actively listening to what you have to say so that they can support your cause if you're persuading them, or they can see how much what you're talking about means to you. You should engage your audience so they know that it's important and they can see whether it's important to them or not, because if they get bored, they're not going to pay attention. The next letter I'm going to talk about is the C. C stands for clincher. Like the engagement step, The clincher is also a way to keep the audience's attention. It's just at the end of the speech instead of the beginning. You should use a clincher at the end of your speech so that even if your audience has drifted away, their attention has gotten away from them, their minds have begun to wander, it will reel them back in and make them more interested in what you have to say and show them that, oh, your topic is actually really unique and really interesting, and show them why they should believe or why they should listen to what you have to say. A clincher can also be the finish of the story you started. It can be a personal experience and things such as that. You should really use a clincher. It helps keep the audience awake. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the H. Humiliation. At some point in time during public speaking, you're going to humiliate yourself. It's a given. It happens. Because you get nervous, or you don't know what to say, or you just get distracted altogether. So just get it over with. You're going to be humiliated at some point in time. Public speaking is a class that you should just go ahead and take and get over with. It will help you with the rest of your classes that you need to take. It will really help you when you have to present things in front of your class. And although it seems like a drag or it seems difficult, with these tips, you will successfully conquer public speaking.